man, I did not bring my rhythm. But
We got you covered.
But you guys did. I am glad to see so many people out here today to be able to say no to a new methane plant in Oak Creek. This is our choice. This is up to us. And to be clear, the entire premise of why they're saying that this is needed is saying that because there's going to be data centers in southeastern Wisconsin. And if you haven't read the news, they've already hit pause on the phases after phase one. They said we're going to move forward with phase one, but that's it. And nothing's guaranteed beyond that. And to see We Energies rush through and say that we need to adjust the coal-burning power plant to methane quickly for something that's not even guaranteed, something that's paused, I think is irresponsible. Yeah. So we have time. We Energies has time. They should have been using this to be able to say, let's move towards solar, let's move towards residential solar, let's encourage people to adopt solar panels on their houses. Let's make sure that we're moving like our neighbors have towards wind, like our neighbors in Iowa and Illinois, where they have wind plants, to be able to have something that's renewable instead of moving from the worst source of energy to the second worst. By a little bit, right? This is kind of like, not to pick on my kids who are on spring break, but this is like when I tell my kids to shut off their video games and they go on their phone.
I don't have a phone.
I know, that's right. Speaking about him in particular, that's it. But yes, this is when we have outdoor exercise as an option. So now I'm speaking directly to my kids. We're going to go hang out after this. But we have the option to actually do something that's healthy and good for us. Like, this is important for me, and I've come out to here. I know the PSC commissioners. They've met at my office, and I've told each of them, and each of the people here has a story that brings you out here. We could be anywhere today, right? But being here at this commission is important to me because I grew up with asthma. Since I was 5 years old, it felt like I had weights on my chest as I was struggling to breathe as a 5-year-old and going through an allergic reaction. And ever since then, my body, I have known, has been really sensitive to the environment, to whether it be allergens, but more than anything is the days where the smog is thick, and we're getting CO2 in the air and pollutants in the air. And when we can avoid that, and not only avoid it for me and for everyone else who has asthma, but we know now, because of science, we know that by burning coal and burning methane, you are guaranteeing that people who live in the neighborhood are going to develop asthma. Kids are going to develop asthma and have that same struggle for the rest of their life. We say no. We have a brighter future for them in mind than what was there for us. We have a clean, renewable future. Wisconsin only gets 10.5% of our energy from renewable sources. That is embarrassing. That should be embarrassing as a matter of state pride when the national average is 26%. We're not even halfway there. So those plans into place, that every single time they get closer, they say they're rushing in to move to switch from coal to methane. So we say no, and we say yes to a better, clean energy future where we are keeping our neighbors in mind, and we are keeping our kids' health front and center here in Oak Creek, here in Milwaukee, and here in Wisconsin. Thank you.
All right, let's give our guy Chris Larson a big hand of applause. All right.